Welcome to Brain Vision.
So if we consider the pendulum starting from the maximum displacement, so let me draw the pendulum first. So if this black line is the starting point, and that's the maximum displacement, so we can say that at t equal to 0, the displacement x is maximum, so let's call it d, which represents a cosine function. So the equation of motion can be written as theta, which is equal to theta 0 cosine omega t. So here theta is basically x, or actually in terms of angle, theta is this angle, or theta 0 is this angle, excuse me. So now from there we can write that in terms of t and time period big T, so which is cosine 2 pi t half divided by the time period. Sorry, excuse me. It's going to be 2 pi t divided by big T. Now we can solve the time for the position to decrease to half of the amplitude. So that means when theta is 1/2 of the initial amplitude, that's going to be half of theta 0, which is theta 0 cosine 2 pi t half. Oops, that's t 1 by 2 divided by big T. And from there we can solve for t half, and we see that this quantity is 1/6 of the time period. So that means it takes 1/6 of the total time period for the position to change from, so this is the time period that's needed to change the position from plus 10 degree to plus 5 degree. And also it takes 1/4 of time period for the position to change from plus 10 degree to 0 degree. So that means it takes 1/4 t minus 1/6 of t, which is equal to 1/12 of t, to change the position from plus 5 degree to 0 degree. So due to the symmetric nature of the cosine function, it will also take 1/12 time period for the position to change from 0 to -5. So that means going from -5 to +5, or +5 to -5, it will just take the addition of these two time periods, which is 1/6 t. So that means from going to +5 to -5, it will take 1/6 of the time period, and the second half of the cycle will be identical to the first. So the total time spent between -5 to +5, so total time spent will be 1/3 of t. And as explained before, it's just because the second half of the cycle is just identical to the first half. So that means the pendulum will spend 1/3 of its time between -5 or +5 to -5. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you next.